Metal's Masters Final at Riverside in Selby, and we have Lost Effect.
Hey!
Final. How did you manage to work your way to the final? How did it go?
Pure luck. the judges liked us, the crowds liked us, but we did well.
Yeah.
2 good nights.
So how many heats?
It was one heat in the semi.
That wasn't too bad then. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
Cool.
Still a lot of tough competition though. There's a lot of good local bands around, so
We
it feels pretty good just to get to the final, to be honest.
I didn't think we'd get out of the heat, to be honest, so to be here tonight is great.
Get your best on the night.
We'll just have fun.
Yeah.
But I think that's a lot of it. You need to go with, enjoy it as well as the whole experience happening around you as well.
It's just going to be a great night, I think. A lot of good bands on. We'll see how we do.
Yes, brilliant. And of course, I haven't done the draw yet. That's going to make sure what time you're going to be on stage. So that's got that to look forward to as well.
Oh yeah. Always good fun. Well, being on early would be an advantage tonight because it's going to be really hot up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Come 11 o'clock tonight, it's going to be great.
It's going to be a little tad warm. It's a tad warm now, isn't it?
Excellent.
So your music, how would you describe the music?
Well, we label it as melodic metal. It's really, I always struggle to describe it because we can get labelled as female-fronted metal, but we don't really like to be labelled that way.
It's kind of a bit. People make female-fronted metal its own genre,
Yeah.
but it covers such a range of stuff. It always, it sort of things with Nightwish and like everything female-fronted, but there's loads of different types of.
Like Mortad is much more brutal.
Yeah.
Different.
And it's good to see. It's really good to see because for me personally, I mean, I used to be into sort of Nightwish and Temptation. I still like them sometimes, but it was getting too much sort of orchestra, and it was, as a guitarist as well, the metal was slightly lacking and the guitars were slightly lacking. I thought I just want to put the metal back into it, so we just our influences kind of come from Scandinavian sort of melodic death metal all the way over to prog. I know Pete and Gimli as well to prog, so just do whatever we feel like, really. It's quite liberating, really.
Yeah, and in the big honour though, we're a metal band, we're melodic, we're heavy, and we happen to have a lady singer. It's that straightforward, really.
It's like some bands have female drummers, female bassists, so it works. They don't get called metal bands, but they are, in a way. So,
What can describe as like Beauty and the Beast, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's Beauty and Beast.
He's gorgeous.
So how did you guys all get together then?
Your story, Steve.
It's a long story, isn't it?
We had a band previous to Lost Effect with a female singer as well, and a female drummer actually as well. I don't want to go too much into it. It's a bit of a messy sort of ending. We kind of stopped.
That's fine.
And we sort of reformed in a new direction as Lost Effect. So we had to get a new drummer, which wasn't you actually. It was Dan.
Oh yes, it wasn't me.
But the story behind Pete is that we practiced at the same practice rooms, and he was just buzzing around for ages and just kind of listening in. You're just always kind of there. So when Dan left, we were just like, "Go on then, if you really want to jump on the drum kit." And it just kind of happened that way. We lost a guitarist eventually, and the bassist left, and 2 vocalists left. So we've had quite a few lineup changes. Sean, well, we call him Gimli, is my friend from school, so that's how
We used to play guitar together at school.
We did.
Bit of practice with him after school, to play for 3 or 4 hours. So we go back and he just gave me a call one day and said, "We need a new bass player." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." I just, a band that I was trying to get going sort of fell to bits, so I was just straight in there like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we have been lucky, we've never been short on members, people have always wanted to join.
No, it's always been a quick transition.
And have you found that with that your style has slightly changed or from how you first worked now?
Yeah.
I joined coming up to 2 years ago now. They did have a previous singer, she's called Beth, and was it work she left for?
Yes, time is not.
And so I found it was a thing on Facebook saying that Lost Effect were looking for a new female singer, and I thought, I fancy that. I've always wanted to be a singer and I like metal music, so I gave it a go and you sort of offered me the job on the spot. Didn't you? So all of it for 2 years, but it's been great and sort of like feel like I've sort of made it sort of my own thing and our own thing. Like I had my own style beforehand, and now we just sort of merged. It's a bit different from how it was before, but
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
go through so many line changes, just change your sound. And even if, because I write quite a lot of it, it's kind of in the first sort of thing, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm really into Paradise Lost tonight, I'm going to write something like them. And then later on it's like, oh, I really like One and a Half, in a minute, I'm going to write something like that. So it all kind of depends on our moods as well,
Yeah.
and what we're listening to at the time, because we like metal, full stop. Just any genre of metal, we're practically to all of it. There's ranges from everywhere, so it changes as we sort of discover new things and bands start doing new things which influences us, so it's good.
So, if you get through, most stuff.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to? If you're there, well, you might be going in, but who would you most likely see there?
I haven't thought about it.
We never really thought of mingling, we thought they probably wouldn't bother with us, but
really thought off my head, to be honest.
I can't even think who's on this year, is it?
don't say that. It's
It's
Slayer, Lamb of God,
going.
and King Diamond are headliners.
Lamb of God?
Yeah,
Oh, for
Lamb of God would be really good to see.
Did you say Slayer as well?
Yeah, so
I'll be there for that.
who's not going to be on track?
There's quite, and of course,
There's a lot of other bands on all the other stages as well, so you know, it's not just that, too many to say.
Beholder, Screamer just got announced. Oh no, yes, they just got announced for Bloodstock as well. So there's different bands sort of popping up all over the place. It's keeping up with it all.
It's looking like a good
Yeah.
lineup, really. It's looking really strong, really interesting, so it's going to be good. Right,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Even with the unsigned stages as well.
I like the Muscle bands on there.
Yeah.
It's good.
Well, we've got
Picked
a
up.
friend that's going down who says he's just purely going to be at the unsigned stage because all the band's lights are there.
Yeah.
So
I think I
good
saw
time.
Forest Stampede for the first time last year.
Oh yeah, their name keeps coming up quite a
Yeah,
lot recently.
they're doing quite well as well. So yeah, it's a big opportunity and stuff, and getting seen, and even things like this, you're getting seen by people and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Do you get to play much in this area or further afield?
Not really. We do a fair few gigs around our hometown, which is York and Studborough Road, but further afield it's a bit difficult because we work, uni, stuff like that. So we do what we can as much as we can, but
We're still slowly conquering Yorkshire.
it's a big county.
It's a big place,
Takes a while.
yeah.
We do like a circle, and it does get bigger.
Well, we've been up to Stockton on Tees, haven't we? But the Hull, Brid, Leeds, Hull.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. I've got a few contacts with a few more places. So I think, especially if tonight goes well, we're really wrapping up our game anyway. So I think if once we get a fire lit up our asses, we get productive. But, so that's it, I guess.
All good fun.
Yeah.
I always ask somebody this question: which you prefer, Marmite or not Marmite?
Never tasted Marmite.
You've never tasted Marmite.
Never tasted Marmite, so I don't have an opinion.
I haven't either, but I like Marmite flavoured crisps. I'm not sure if that counts.
I used to hate Marmite, and then one day I tried it on toast and I thought actually I quite like this. And then 2 days later I was involved in a store assembly thing and I was a volunteer, and one they told me I needed to eat a chocolate bar covered in Marmite, which I did, and it made me sick, and ever since then I've hated it again. So I liked it for about 2 days, and now I've gone back to hating it.
Stop doing
I'm not
that.
surprised.
That's a good answer.
I think it's evil stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's absolutely
Although, you ever see Brad used to eat Vegemite all the time in Australia?
A friend of mine eats a lot of Vegemite, so I'm kind of used to the smell, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it smells nice.
Especially when you're hungover the next morning after being out and he's there with his Vegemite. It's horrible.
Marmite's yeast extract and Vegemite's vegetable.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, one of them's yeast.
Marmite's yeast.
Yeah.
Because when my mum makes baked bread, it's not like Marmite.
This happens a lot.
Yeah,
Philosophical
tangent.
No, that's fine. You carry on.
Just don't ask him about philosophy.
They told me I had to be quiet.
It's basism, apparently.
Yeah, it's bassism. Shut up, get to the back.
It's alright, you're next to me, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you like Marmite?
I love Marmite. I'm in the minority, I think, here.
My cat likes Marmite.
Yeah, I probably would, yeah.
That's Marmot on toast, yeah.
Yeah, I think animals do that normally. So the other question we asked was a fantasy question. Right, and actually it could come fairly sort of where you're going. We've like the big four played this on Sphere a couple of years ago now. So if you were one of the big four, which other three bands would you have on stage with you?
Oh man.
Where would it be? And what song would you cover? Could be one of your own, or it could be
Well,
another.
we're going to have completely different
What
answers.
song?
Yeah,
What
fine.
song would we cover?
This song,
So what we have
we
to
do this song.
pick, we have to pick
Looks like
three
a
of the big
lady.
four, or is that what we have to do?
No. Pick any band. Pick
I'm on
any
a mark.
of the three bands that you like.
I'm on a mark in there. I'm putting it.
Is that individually or is it?
Individually.
Oh,
So you're going to have your own.
Go for it.
Oh, you have to come back to me. Oh,
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Rush,
oh,
Dream Theater, and I did think of a fourth one or a third one, but I couldn't remember what it is. Yeah, Opeth, thank you. They'd be my other three. And song to cover, purely because I'm a bit mad, it would be a Bee Gees song. I don't know which one it would be, but it would be a Bee Gees song because they are fantastic tunes and you can metal them up really well.
And where?
And where? Royal Albert
Anywhere in
Hall.
the world. Right, okay.
For me, I think it would be Nightwish, and then just because I love them, Hailstorm and Chirisass.
Yeah.
And some would cover, that's a good one, something like maybe the Pokemon theme song. Or I think for Who the Bell Tolls,
And where?
where I'm at Blenheim Palace.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd do that.
I know. I'd have to go on a mark as well.
Yeah.
The new album on the way here, it's absolutely mint. I've missed out on so many opportunities to see them live. I would love to see that. At the moment, Insomnium as well. It's all Norwegian stuff now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Insomnium definitely, and then probably something a bit different. Probably just Maiden. Love Maiden. Put on a great live show. So the songs we cover, I don't know.
Could be one of your own.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice to play our own stuff. It's kind of what we're here for, so I can get away with that one. I don't know what song we cover. I'd quite like, me and Stu have been talking about a couple of songs. I'd quite like to do Fear of the Dark by Iron Maiden as well.
You shit.
Either that, or Caught Somewhere Inside. That'd be epic.
That's a tune.
And where?
Definitely stop.
Well, yeah, Iron Maiden's my all-time favourite band.
Yeah.
And I would have to cover Fear of the Dark
Yeah.
because it gives me chills listening to the live version of that.
Yeah.
Hearing so many people sing along
Yeah.
to that song, it gives me chills every time. My ultimate dream is to be in front of a crowd that big when I'm singing
Yeah.
my tunes back like that. It's spine-tingling. Yeah. So it'd be that. Dark Tranquility. I'm really influenced by the Gothenburg Swedish scene, so they're my favourites from that scene. I can't decide between Dream Theater or Opeth. I'll probably go Dream Theater actually. So yeah.
And where?
See, I'd say Download because it was my first ever festival. It's got all the history. It's just one of those places you dream of playing before you die. You know, so.
I'd have to say definitely I'm on a mark because Johan Haig, the frontman, was a man who got me into doing vocals. So I have to one day be able to play with him. That'd just be the dream. Tesseract. Yeah, so I'm really digging them at the moment. I think they're really talented. It'd be great to be able to stay or like at least be near Tesseract at the moment. And it's a bit left field, but Skindred because I just love bouncing to that music. It's so good. And I don't know why, but I want to put Black Sabbath.
You don't know why.
It's a really
Top tune.
yeah. It's just such a tune. I really like the creepy atmosphere of it. It's just really like, it's a really interesting concept for song as well. So it's something I really like to cover. And in terms of where, yeah, my back garden. Probably in the back. No.
Will we all fit in a bath?
That'd be a big bath.
We could try.
That is a photo shoot opportunity.
Not fit in Pete's bathroom. Pete's bathroom.
That's true. We did have that from
I'd have to say Download as well. It's kind of like the top.
It's one of the things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Preferred Bloodstock as a festival.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's big, it's the heritage.
the iconic. Yeah. That's the best thing.
I took it on a bit more serious though. You know, we've done that bit. You know, Bloodstock, they support the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
Yeah.
And all that happened. I mean, do you think now, with Manchester Police have said, yes, I'm now going to recognise it as a crime and this sort of thing, do you think it will, the police forces and other areas will follow suit or should follow suit?
Well, they should. So whether they will, but should is definitely the word.
Yeah, should's the word, but could in will is different. You know, it's they're going to recognise it as a crime, but ultimately it's in the hands of the government to do it as well. You know? The police can't only arrest people according to the law. I mean, the police can't make the laws. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, I do. Yeah, it's one of those things. I feel that they should be going to in that direction, but whether they will or not, only time will tell. But
Yeah.
It's a tough thing to talk about, isn't it? Because obviously then you border into things like racism and stuff, and it's not far removed. It's discriminating against someone for their appearance in one way or another. So, you know, if people stand so strong against racism, then why not? If people look different, you know.
Just, you know, if you can't, you know, if it's wrong to be prejudiced and hurtful towards someone because of the colour of their skin, why can't it be wrong to be, you know, hurtful and sort of prejudiced against someone because of the way they look and the way they dress?
No, I said difference good. It makes the world more varied. It makes the world a more exciting place. If everyone was the same, it'd be boring. You know?
Normalness needs to
Okay. And we're going to finish up on one more question with you, and I forgot what it was.
Yes.
How these things happen. I might have to ask you two then. Right. First one is going to be we were on about covers.
Yeah.
And you said you like Bee Gees. If it was another real cheesy band you could cover and make one of their songs your own, what would you think it would be?
What, individually or collectively?
Individually for one.
What about doing ABBA for your wedding?
Yeah, well, it's been mooted that we're going to do some ABBA covers for my wedding because I think my other half will let me play at my own wedding. So yeah, that would work because of course we've got another. So I would say an ABBA tune. It's been done before, but yeah, ABBA.
Yeah, I'd say ABBA or Blondie maybe. Do a Blondie tune, but they're not really cheesy. They're kind of cool. So.
I want to do Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler. Yeah, that could work.
I don't know.
Turner. I do a Tina Turner song.
I'd be well up for that.
I can see you in the high heels dancing.
Oh, yeah. Bit crazy.
I can't think about cheesy. I'm already in another cheesy band. So.
Oh, Take On Me.
No, Rick Astley.
Rick Astley.
Do that.
That's cheesy enough.
Yeah.
So no Bieber in there for you.
Oh,
No,
God.
absolutely no. Really not.
We don't
Who is
acknowledge
it?
that as music.
Oh, actually, that mashup with the
Oh, the
Slipknot thing
mashup was
pretty
good.
Oh, yeah, the
But that's because
psychosocial taping.
yeah.
Just because it doesn't have Bieber singing in it, it's just the
Have you seen
background.
that? There's a mashup on YouTube of the backing to a Bieber song, but it's got Psychosocial by Slipknot on the top.
Brilliant.
It's actually pretty good, but purely in a sort of Slipknot sense, not a Bieber sense.
And I was going to ask, if you, I don't know whether you've done any recordings or anything yet.
Yeah.
How can people get hold of your material?
This is really difficult now. We just released an EP called Embrace of Silence, and we were doing it all DIY, and we've got a printer at home. Well, we've got a printer at home with a disc tray. We're doing it all ourselves, and then the printer broke. So now we currently aren't producing the EP, but we're looking into getting some more done.
It is available electronically in a million different ways.
We are about to put it up onto iTunes and everything,
okay.
just to make sure there's something there for people.
Flash drives as well, the USB drives.
Yeah.
We're thinking of putting on USB pens as well. So
And then selling
if
them
people.
as virtual drives as well.
If people keep up to date on the Twitter or losteffect.co.uk, we will eventually be releasing it again in other formats. It's just for the time being, the physical copies we can't do them. So
No hard copies, unfortunately. Unless obviously you download it and then rip it onto your computer and burn your own CD.
as long as it gets out.
We'll even send you the cover if you want. You can print that out.
Very DIY.
We're going to send you the information. Print it out. Yeah.
Send them a piece of cardboard, just like create your own CD. Interactive. That's what we should do. Interactive CD sales.
Absolutely.
It's the way forward. It's the future.
Download and do it yourself.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for giving up your time. I know you're probably
Thank you.
prepared and everything else. And I'm going to wish you all the best of luck for tonight.
Thank you very much.
And you should be watching. And just check this band out, Lost Effect, on your Facebook page and Twitter. And catch you guys later.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.